Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. Today we are going to be doing a video where I build the best lineup that you can possibly build in NBA 2K21 right now at the end of Season 5, Age of Heroes. So with Season 6 coming in the next couple of days, and it looking like it's going to be glitched here, or glitched reality is I think what I saw is the leak on Twitter. So probably meaning like a lot of out of position cards and cards that are super unrealistic that can shoot like a Shaq with a 3-ball or a Kareem with a 3-ball, things like that. I would not be surprised if the Season 6 best lineup in the game winds up being way different than this lineup, but I just want to go over the best lineup in the game that is available right now at the end of Season 5. So before we hop into it, if you're new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, we are less than 120 subscribers away from 1,000, I believe. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please make sure you do so. We're on that push to 1,000, trying to get to that soon. But hopping into it, first player on this list is going to be point guard Luka Doncic. I'll put the hero version because he's slightly better. He has that Hall of Fame clutch shooter. But I truly believe Luka is the best point guard in the game. And I think that if you can find a Luka with Hall of Fame clamps, pickpocket, pick dodger, badges like that, really good defensive badges for a guard, you can really make an argument that this Luka Doncic is a true in-game card. Like, he has one of the best jumpers in the game, super easy to green, it's very quick and easy to get off. He has amazing dribble sigs, great size, Hall of Fame Showtime attacking there, is a really good dunker. He's just overall an amazing card. And I think he's the best point guard in the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to be the best point guard in the game for a bit into the future. Moving on to the shooting guard position, in my opinion, the best player to play shooting guard in the game is Kawhi Leonard. Now, I know a lot of people play Kawhi at the small forward, but for this team specifically, I'm going to start him at the shooting guard position. Obviously, that's just my opinion. But Kawhi is probably still the best on-ball defender in the game. He has a phenomenal player model. He's big, he's fast, he's athletic. He can dribble, he has the curry slide, which is an important dribble sig to have. Hall of Fame Showtime again. He's got the key Hall of Fame badges that you need on a card. Really good all-around card, and still one of the best cards in the game. And I think he's one of the few cards in this lineup from Season 4 before. At the small forward position, in my personal opinion, I would put Paul George. I know there are people who might put like Kevin Durant, Larry Bird, Kawhi at the 3, people like that, and that's their opinion. But for me personally, I love Paul George because I feel like he is so good defensively and amazing offensively as well. He's just so athletic. His cards feel so smooth in game, just like he is in real life. His jumper's amazing. It's easy to green, and that's one of the biggest advantages for me for Paul George compared to a card like KD is that I personally find it much easier to green with Paul George than I do to green with KD. So for that reason, I have him as my starting small forward on the best team in the game right now. At the power forward position, this is tough, but because of how I'm going to build my bench, I'm going to put Kermit Washington. I would potentially put Zion here, but y'all will see why I have Kermit Washington as the starting power forward position for right now. But this Kermit card has one of the biggest player models in the game, if not the biggest, compared to what he is listed as. This card, he is listed at 6'8" with like a 7'3" wingspan. With his hair, his like afro and stuff, he looks like he's at least 6'10", if not 6'11". His player model is absolutely massive. He comes with the curry slide, and being listed at only 6'8", he can still do it. Hall of Fame Showtime again. He's got Dante Exum release, which is the same base that Luka has. It's one of the best releases in the game. Very easy to green. You put a 3-point shoe on him, he's a knockdown shooter. One of the best defensive cards in the game as well. Comes with a ton of Hall of Fame defensive badges and a lot of Hall of Fame finishing badges. Just a super good all-around card. At the center position, I don't really think there's much debate. David Robinson, he's the best center in the game. Like, KG is good, Dirk is good, Anthony Davis is still good. There's a couple other centers that you can use that you can still have success with, but David Robinson is the best center in the game. He has one of the easiest releases in the game to green for a center. He's ridiculously fast. His dribble sigs are incredible for a center. He moves like a guard. He's probably gets the most blocks of any center in the game is what I've noticed. He's an amazing rim protector. Just overall an unbelievable card, who I think will definitely be in my lineup for a significant period of time. I would not surprise me if David Robinson is in my lineup at the end of Season 6, even if he's not a starter. But I expect that he will still be in my lineup at the end of Season 6 because this card is that good. At the backup point guard position, I'm going to go with Magic Johnson. I know some people might disagree with me on that. Want to put like John Wall here, Derrick Rose here, Juan Carlos Navarro even here. But personally for me, I'm going to go with Magic Johnson. And yes, he can't run. If you're running straight in a straight line, he runs super slowly. at least on current gen. But if you speed boost into your dribble moves and use the behind the back and between the legs and stuff like that, he can move incredibly quickly. Off of the burst, he's one of the fastest cards in the game. He has phenomenal contact dunk animations, and he does not get blocked much. And he is a massive mismatch at that point guard position. And if you can find a Magic with Hall of Fame Showtime, Hall of Fame Range, Hall of Fame Clamps, you can find him with one or two of those Hall of Fame badges. It can really take him to that next level, I think, and make him a usable card for a longer amount of time. But I still love Magic right now, and until we get some really OP out of position point guards, I would not be surprised if I still find myself using Magic as my backup point guard. At the shooting guard position off the bench, this is my personal opinion. John Havlicek. John Havlicek is still the best card in the game for 3 hunting. He comes with Hall of Fame Range, Hall of Fame Showtime. No, only Gold Showtime. I'm sorry. That's the one downside on the Havlicek card is he only has Gold Showtime. But he has a bunch of really good defensive badges, Hall of Fame Quick First Step as well. And he comes with base 98 on Quick, which is the quickest jumper in the game, the easiest to get off, and maybe the best jumper in the game, according to some people. It's the best jumper in the game for 3 hunting, I'll tell you that for sure. So with his dribble sigs, which are amazing as well, and his ability to get off his shot so quickly, Hondo is just, he's pretty ridiculous. The card is, I mean, it's borderline overpowered at times, how good he can be, especially if you're playing against someone who's not like an elite defensive player. You're going to torch them with Hondo. Like he'll put up 40 points in a game at Unlimited against a not great player really quickly. He gets takeover and it's just like 3-3-3-3-3. As a 3 hunting card, he's just unbelievable. Best option in the game to do that. So for that reason, I have him as my shooting guard off the bench, and I will often handle the ball with him because I did lock him in. I will often handle the ball with him, just because I feel like he's so good at that I don't want to like limit him by having him play off the ball, but he can catch and shoot off the ball as well, get his shot off super quickly. At the small forward position, I'm going to put Zion Williamson. I would put Zion at my starting power forward, but I prefer to play Zion at the 3 off the bench, and y'all will see why because of my 4 and my 5. But I know a lot of people play Zion at power forward. I personally actually play Zion at power forward in my lineup. That being said, in this best lineup in the game, I think he fits better at small forward just because of the power forward and center. That being said, Zion's one of the best cards in the game. He's the only dark matter that I actually think is like close to worth his price. Although Kevin Garnet kind of is as well. Those are the two that I would say are kind of worth their price. And this Hero Zion does come with Hall of Fame range as well, which I think is a big difference compared to the Pantheon Zion. I personally have the Pantheon Zion. I haven't paid the extra for the Hero Zion, but this Zion card is an absolute beast. He gets incredible dunk animations. He's got Kobe base on Quick. His jumper super fast, easy to get off, easy to green. He has the Curry slide. He's a great defender. Snags a ton of rebounds for a 6'6" player. He's just a really good all-around card. At the backup 4, I have Wes Unseld, who is another player who has Kobe base except right-handed. The Curry slide. He's 6'7", so he's a little bit undersized, but he has an afro, so he looks more like 6'9". Wes is a really good overall card. He's amazing on defense. That's one of the things I've noticed, especially is how incredible he is on defense. Like, it's incredibly hard to get past Wes Unseld. His defense is phenomenal, and offensively, he's a monster as well. He comes with Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame showtime. Like, he's just an incredible all-around card. And this is the one card in the first 10 anyway of these cards that I don't have. I don't have Wes Unseld because I personally just can't bring myself to grind offline for this. But he's a phenomenal card, and if I did have him, I would probably be running Zion at the 3 and Wes Unseld at the 4 off the bench, just like this team. Backup center is Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, I think, is the second best center in the game. His release is not incredible, but it's solid. It's the same release as Nikola Jokic and Isaac Bonga have. And it's not hard to green, in my opinion. It's pretty quick, so it's not a bad release. It's a little bit, it just looks a little bit odd, but it's not bad to green. And then he's amazing defensively. He's like 95 ladder quickness. He has like 95 speed. He's incredibly fast. He handles the ball well. Has good dribble sigs for a big. He gets contact dunks like almost no other cards in the game get contact dunks. He's a phenomenal card, and while I haven't picked him up yet for my team, I may pick him up at the beginning of season 6, depending on what comes out then, because I think he's an absolute beast at the center position. I think he is pretty clearly the second best center in the game. Then we have the last 3 players off the bench. These are like role players, I guess, but I will put them in because this is the best team in the game. So why not put the best 13 card team? So in my personal opinion, the 3rd best point guard in the game is John Wall. I think John Wall might be the best pure rim running point guard in the game. Even his pink diamond caught tons and tons of ridiculous dunk animations. And this opal, I've used it on a couple of accounts, and this opal is absolutely phenomenal. He's fun to use. He's got a great jumper. His jumper's way better than the pink diamonds. It's not hard to green at all. He has Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame showtime, Hall of Fame clamps. He's got a decent player model and pretty good size as well, so he plays good defense even though he's short. But he's not even that short. He's 6'4", so he's one of the taller, quote unquote, short point guards in the game. And yeah, I like this John Wall card a lot. I think he's really, really good. He has great dribble sigs. He's just a really, really good all-around card, and he plays strong, which is something that I've noticed about him that I can't say about guys like Derrick Rose and Juan Carlos Navarro on defense. You notice a difference with John Wall. He has a bigger player model. He plays bigger. He gets more contests. He feels more like a Dwayne Wade on defense than a Kemba Walker on defense. Like, there's a difference there that you'll notice between those couple inches of height. Those a couple extra Hall of Fame badges, like it makes a difference between John Wall and like Juan Carlos Navarro. Like, you notice a difference defensively between those cards, and for that reason, I have him as the 3rd best point guard in the game. At the backup wings, I would go with Michael Jordan, just because I think his defense is something that you can plug in if you need a replacement for like a Havlicek, or even if you want to put him at the 3 and Zion at the 4 for an opportunity, things like that. This Golden Age Michael Jordan has Hall of Fame range. He's got really good dribble sigs, great jumper, one of the best on-ball defenders in the game. He's got a pretty good player model as well. His defensive stance is phenomenal. He just beats people up, and it's not very fun to play against this Michael Jordan card. I don't have him personally because he's incredibly expensive, but I truly believe he probably is the 3rd best option at the shooting guard position in the game, and I think he's really, really good at the shooting guard position, especially on defense. Probably the 2nd best option behind Kawhi defensively in the game. Finally, as like a 3rd, I don't even know who really fits this spot. I guess I'd go with Dirk Nowitzki. If you need a 3rd center option, somebody who's a little bit bigger than KG, probably a little bit better at stretching the floor, you could plug in this Dirk. Dirk was my backup center for a while. I did sell him in preparation for season 6 so that I could get more MT. But Dirk has a really, really good release, Hall of Fame showtime. He moves so quick to put the ball, especially with takeover. He's like ridiculously fast. Like him and D-Rob, I think, probably move the fastest of any 2 centers I've used this year. Especially when he has takeover. Like, his release is super easy to green. It's fast. I'm so glad they changed Dirk's release and made him a beast of a card, because he didn't used to be a beast of a card. Now he's an absolute stud. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy as a Mavericks fan that they changed Dirk this year and made him better. And I think he is probably the 3rd best center in the game right now, behind D-Rob and KG. So wrapping it up, this is, in my opinion, the best team that you can build right now in NBA 2K21. It has a great mixture of size at the center positions. These last 3 give you flexibility. And then almost everybody in this team can curry slide. I don't think anybody in this team, actually, the 1 through 4, as well as these 2 on the bench, can all curry slide. Every player except for your centers, your 3 centers, D-Rob, KG, and Dirk, can curry slide, which helps a lot with creating space and speed glitching, and all those things, being able to combo moves together and create 3-point opportunities, as well as attacking the rim. And yeah, I think all these cards are really, really good cards. I think we'll even see some of these cards in-game lineups because they're that good. And if you're looking for cards to add to your team and you have the MT, I would say pick up any of these cards in this team will be the way to go to make your team as good as possible, because in my opinion, this right now is the best team that you can build in NBA 2K21. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this team, and if you think this is the best team in NBA 2K21, or what you would personally change. I'm very excited for Season 6 and the content that it brings, and to make videos about it for y'all. So if y'all haven't yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be uploading videos all throughout Season 6, and I would really appreciate the support as we grind to 1,000 subscribers. So that's going to do it for this video. And yeah, I'll be back with another NBA 2K video very, very soon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.